What's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Realignment Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. And we start this doubleheader out. We are starting off that second half of the season, and we are starting off with a road game against our one of our non-conference teams that we traditionally play up against. I don't know how we always end up playing against Kansas, but it is what it is. So Kansas, they come into this game 1-4 overall, 1-1 in conference play. We are, of course, undefeated. We're the #1 team in college football right now, and Lee Corso, of course, going to be rocking with us, man. I am so excited about this game. Should be a blowout. I mean, this is a team that did lose to an FCS team. I mean, we did some things to an FCS team, right? We have done things that really everybody. No one has really stopped our offense or really slowed it down. So gonna be a fun episode, man. We're gonna have a double header. We're gonna have a coach check-in. Hope you guys are excited for it either way. If you are, make sure you go ahead, you smack that like button for me, hit subscribe if you have to be brand new, and we'll go ahead and jump right into it. Let's jump on the field and make sure we take care of business against Kansas. Let's get it, boys. Alright, boys, so we are officially out here, man, in the fields of Kansas. Remember, this is not a football school, so you know what I'm trying to do, man. I am trying to humble these guys real quick so that we can move on and go on with the rest of our season schedule, because I don't know, it seems like between the last dynasty that we did and then as well as the this series that we got going on right now, it seems like every time, and this is even when I moved Oklahoma to the SEC, we are always playing against Kansas in non-conference or even conference play. So we just can't seem to shake these guys. I don't even think that this is a rivalry game either, but I mean, I could certainly be wrong. I'm an Ohio State guy. Y'all can let me know down in the comments for sure if I'm misspeaking on any of this. But, anyways, 3rd and 19. So, in a really rough spot, and we had to go ahead and throw the football away. So, we're actually kind of struggling a little bit early. Not going to lie to you guys. We have gone through nearly an entire quarter, and we still haven't put anything up on the scoreboard yet. We get some nice throws in. Got one there to Drew Ryan. That will be enough to go ahead and pick up the first down, but definitely not how I wanted to start this game, as that is a one-handed catch for Andrew Hargrove. Let's go, baby. You absolutely love to see that. But 3rd and 5, trying to get the first down. We get snuffed out as we try to run the halfback swing. Not our best play call there, and we will we tried to go for the field goal attempt, but it was no good. We actually missed the field goal. So we still have not put anything up on the scoreboard yet. Not a great look for us there as we try to get this ball downfield so that we can actually get some real points on the board, as we will throw over the middle to, looks like Greg Coleman, the Connecticut product. He will go ahead and pick up the first down. It's now 1st and 10 again. DeAngelis looking to his right. He's going to launch this thing downfield, but it's going to be intercepted. And we turn the football over. The lows keep continuing for us here, as that is not an interception that we were looking for. Thankfully, Kansas cannot take advantage. So it still stays a 3-point game, but it doesn't change the fact that we are definitely not playing up to our potential. I mean, we still have not scored a single point, and we average 50+ points a game whenever we're out here playing, and it just hasn't happened so far. Hopefully we can change that here on this drive, though, as we are getting closer to the red zone, as we'll dump it off to the tight end, Scott Evans, who does manage to find a soft spot in the zone, and it will end up going for a first down, as DeAngelis looking over, trying to set up the screen, but the screen gets snuffed out. DeAngelis does make the tackle, And it is yet another turnover of the football. You cannot be serious right now. We do that in the red zone against this kind of team? That's crazy, man. And so it still remains a 3-0 game as we get into the last few minutes here of the first half as DeAngelo's looking downfield. We do have a man, so we launch it out to Scott Evans, the backup tight end, who slots in as the number 4 receiver as well. Huge catch downfield. And we will give ourselves yet another red zone opportunity, and this time we will take advantage of it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And it took us so much longer than what it should have, but we do finally get some points on board, and we will go ahead and take the lead. We'll see if we can build upon that drive, though, as we are down to the final minute here of this first half. We get it out to Justin McDonald, who I'm pretty sure he just snagged that with one hand. An incredible pass that we just witnessed right there. And now, 3rd and 3. DeAngelo's under center. Going to try to pick up the first down for the air. Gets it out quickly to Andrew Hargrove. And that is good for the first down. Still have a couple of timeouts left, so we're going to go on the ball here, try to catch this defense off guard a little bit, and I'm pretty sure that stuff is definitely working right now as Kansas, they are definitely off balance. We'll see if we can turn this into 2 touchdowns. DeAngelo's looking to run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the Sooners with the 50th touchdown of the year. We aren't even done with that regular season yet. It has been a borderline historic year for this offense, and we look to continue that here in the second half as well. Tight window to Lonnie Covington, but we did find a way to squeeze it through in there. We'll see if we can do the same here on this 3rd and 7. 5 wide set. Gonna throw over the middle, get it out to Scott Evans, who was lined up in that slot to the right. So another 1st and 10 for the Sooners, as we'll now go play action. DeAngelo's sees nobody upfield, but he's not. No, he's gonna dive for it. I am so glad that he didn't fumble that football, because sometimes when the quarterback dives like that, it does result in a fumble. We got lucky there. He needs to slide more often. Speaking of sliding, DeAngelo's going for the end zone, and he fumbles it there. But look at this. Edwards, he goes backwards and can't get himself back out of the end zone. So we don't score a touchdown there. But I guess our offense turning into the defense turns it into a safety. So we didn't get the 7 points that we were necessarily looking for, but we at least come away with a couple. Would have preferred the touchdown instead. A little bit more exciting, but usually don't really see sequences like that very often, though. As Kansas, they obviously did not get a chance with the football because of the fact that it was a safety, and they give the ball right back to us. Just got to take better care of that football. 2 turnovers already. Not ideal, but that is ideal, though. And Andrew Hargrove, diving grab that does put him over 100 yards on the day. However, he does end up getting shaken up. Hopefully, it's not too serious, as he is our number 1 wide receiver. And even with the amount of talent that we do have at the wideout position, that does certainly hurt us. As now, 2nd and goal, going to hand it off to Marcus Hayden, who does punch it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And another score on board means that we're starting to pull away ourselves. Make it 23-3. As DeAngelo's looking over the middle of the field, gets it out to Lonnie Covington, who picks up a gain of 17. And another trip to the red zone, potentially incoming. As it got 3rd down. Looking over the middle, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Greg Coleman able to work that seam route to perfection, as that safety was held up just long enough to be able to squeeze that in there. And now it's starting to turn to the blowout that we expected downright. It's 30-3 right now. And possibly starting to think about when we're going to put the backups in here, as one more score will certainly do the trick. You know, we'll get the backups in, sim out, all that good stuff. But what a great deflection, though, by Lamar Wood. That's his second pass deflection of the game. And not only do they get the stop on defense, but Kansas will also score their very first touchdown of this ball game. So now back down to a 20-point game. Starters going to be in the game a little bit longer here as we throw a beautiful ball over the middle to Greg Coleman, who picks up 19. Is now 3rd and 4 coming up. Going in a 4-wide set in the shotgun. DeAngelis looking to his right. He's going to find Andrew Hargrove for the first down. He actually just had the wind knocked out of him, so good to have him back for sure. As DeAngelis looks over the middle and finds Drew Ryan, and he gets thrown down pretty violently, actually. Turns out he is going to be okay, but they are going to get Brent Little with the face mask, and that will help us get a little bit closer to the end zone, which we'll find on the very next play anyways. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And back up to our biggest lead of the day so far, 37-10. And Kansas can't score back. So now if we score on this drive, we're looking at getting the backups in, as DeAngelis doing a nice job scrambling there, but he also dives once again. Again, really needs to work on, just sliding down, because that's not helping out the cause whatsoever. He could be fumbling those balls. Sometimes we might not get that particularly lucky. Is now 3rd and short coming up. DeAngelis working under center, dropping back, looking over the middle of the field, but it's going to be intercepted. We just simply overthrew that football. That's the 4th turnover that we had in this game. So while we put up a ton of yards and all of that in between the 20s, we could have done better. Only won by 27, but it is still a win for us, though. So I'm not going to lie to you guys, it felt like it was a little bit of a letdown here for us. Even though we did score 37, we didn't quite blow them out the way that I wanted to. Maybe we overlooked them a little bit, but, gotta play better, especially if we have better teams on our schedule. Antoine DeAngelis, for the first time, more interceptions than touchdowns. A little concerning, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks, but still did throw for 500 yards. Meanwhile, the running game was a little bit more effective than our game against Texas, as Willie Lewis nearly hit 100 yards rushing. He had 18 carries for 97 yards and a touchdown. Antoine DeAngelis has 51 yards in the score, and then Marcus Hayden was also able to go ahead and find himself into the end zone. He had 12 yards off of 3 carries. Now, for the receivers, we had one person that did eclipse 100 yards today, and that was Andrew Hargrove. He ends up with 7 catches, 116 yards, and a touchdown. Greg Coleman also found the end zone and nearly hit 800 yards. He probably just needs like one more catch and he'll be good. He ends up with 6 for 96. But Drew Ryan led the team in catches today. He ends up with 9 catches and 85 yards. Still a good day, but not the great day that I was necessarily looking for. We'll see if we can rebound in the second game that we have in this episode. So before we go ahead and jump into the second game that is planned for this episode, you already know I got to come through with the doubleheader, of course. I wanted to check in on Coach Chris Gentry as his Blue Raiders are going on the road to go up against the number 10 team in America right now, the Kentucky Wildcats. And this Wildcat squad, they are deep in the college football playoff hunt, currently ranked number 10 in the country. So we'll see if they have what it takes, I should say, of pulling the upset and dashing some hopes, but that is not how you want to start an upside bid. Very first play of the game, Travis Beverly gets intercepted, and now Kentucky gets to start in the red zone to start their first possession, and doing so as a huge underdog already, not something that you want to do. And Josh Heath and company, they are going to go ahead and cash that in real quick, as it is now a 7-0 lead in favor of the Wildcats. But we do have a really big play downfield. Jacob Miles, who's a custom player actually, who did sign with Mid-Tennessee State not too terribly long ago. I believe he's either a junior redshirt or a senior redshirt. He's been around for a little while now, as that is going to unfortunately not lead to anything else, and Kentucky continuing to really come out here and really enforce their will on this team. And now a 14-0 game as Beverly launches another one downfield, but this time he's got a man, and it's going to be caught inside the 15-yard line. You absolutely love to see it. And so Beverly with a chance to get his guys on board, and Jacob Miles delivers the tight end with a touchdown that gets the goose egg off of the scoreboard for the Blue Raiders. And it is going to be cut down to one possession. We'll see if they can go ahead and tie this game, as Beverly looks to the left-hand side, but is going to be intercepted. And very fortunate that DB could not keep himself in bounds after he originally established possession, because if he did, that man had a pick six waiting for him. But now Blue Raiders will have a chance to at least get a stop, but it doesn't matter anyways. Eddie Adams able to find a soft spot in that defense, and for the second time, the Wildcats are going to take advantage of an untimely interception, and it's 21-7 now in favor of Kentucky. Gonna try to hand it off downfield, but that's fumbled. The Blue Raiders just not bringing the intensity today. It's almost like they don't actually believe that they have what it takes to win. But thankfully that doesn't lead to anything. So 11 seconds left, trying to, really get anything going, but it's just nothing's working right now for this team. When you turn the ball over 4 times, not in the game, oh no, 4 times in the game, that's pretty bad. But 4 times in the first half, now that is just a special level of brutal. And that is not winning football. Regardless of who, you're going up against, and whether you're at home or if you're on the road. As Kentucky is going to continue to grow their lead here, 28-7 here, as a free and out does set up another opportunity for the Wildcats, but this time Mid-Tennessee State is going to go ahead and force a turnover of their own, finally forcing an interception of something. So at least it's not all terrible, but it's certainly not good, as the Blue Raiders can't capitalize, and they get exposed deep downfield once again. Get another score here. Josh Heath just finding his man, and doesn't have a ton of passing yards by any means, but that being said though, 35-7 being the score right now. And it looks like unless there is a miracle right now, then that's what that score is going to be, as Heath is going to fumble it, and it's going to be recovered by the Raiders, as another turnover is forced by the defense. But just a little too late, man. Offense could not come through for the Blue Raiders, as they will fall to the number 10 team in all of college football. The Kentucky Wildcats winning this one 35-10 here at home. So now we jump into the second part of this episode, the second game that is far more marquee, a TCU squad that is ranked in the top 25, and that is also where Jack Gunner is as the current defensive coordinator as well. Now, originally when I was playing this episode out, TCU was ranked in the top 10. They would have made it into the college football playoff if the season ended today, but now TCU is on the outside looking in as of right now, as they actually suffered an upset against Texas Tech, losing by 10 in that one, and not a good showing by their defense under that circumstance. But TCU is still a good football team for sure. They're 5-2. They're still well in the hunt for that college football playoff, but we're here to crash those dreams. As TCU, B+ overall squad, B+ offense, A- defense, or of course A+ across the board. But what we know about that game against TCU, or not TCU, but Kansas, is that we can't take anybody for granted. Not at all, and we're looking to make sure that it stays that way. So let's go out there, second part of this episode, and some college football playoff dreams. If you're enjoying the content, by the way, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button, hit subscribe, of course, if you're brand new. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the second game. Take care of business. Alright, man, so the first time that we get to go up against one of your guys' custom coaches, and I love y'all that get more involved in the series, but whoever is coaching TCU, I believe that's my boy, I believe it's Tyler Guillen's custom coach. We're trying to drop you off, so no hard feelings no matter what happens here, man. But we got a nice little first drive going to start out. Willie Lewis able to pick up the first down. You like that. As DeAngelis drops back the pass, looking downfield, and gets it out to Lonnie Covington, who picks up the first down himself. It's now 1st and 10 coming. DeAngelis dropping back. He's looking around, trying to escape the pressure. He does, and now he's looking downfield, trying to pick up some extra yards with the legs, and he's got it. And now 3rd and 6, looking to end this drive with a first drive touchdown, as we get it out to Coleman, and Greg Coleman does the remainder of the work. Touchdown, Oklahoma, and we will go ahead and take an early 7-0 lead. But TCU responds in kindly with a touchdown of their own, as it will be all knotted up at 7 apiece. So we'll see if we can go ahead and repeat what we just did on the last possession. Is now 1st and 10 from about the 40-yard line, going with the bunch to the right. As DeAngelis looks downfield, is going to get it out to Greg Coleman on the play action. That'll be good for a first down. Is now 2nd and 2 coming. DeAngelis looking, going to get it out to Andrew Hargrove there as well. And that will also count for a first down. That's the first time we called Hargrove, at least here in this TCU game. As Willie Lewis here, he's able to pick up yet another first down on the ground, as we're moving along pretty smoothly as we get Willie Lewis going on the screen. And look at all this open space that we get to go ahead and work with. Touchdown, Oklahoma, baby. Let's go, man. Another score for us on the board, man. And that will give us the lead right back. And now TCU, they cannot respond in kind themselves, so we do remain with the lead as we get it out to Drew Ryan, who's able to turn something more than just a minimum gain there, as it does give us yet another first down to work with. As DeAngelis drops back the pass out the play action, gets it out to Greg Coleman, and it's yet another first down. Been looking pretty smooth thus far, as we are getting just our third down attempt of the day. DeAngelis trying to get it something downfield. We had a couple of guys open late, but Tommy Woods went in there and got the sack and closed things out before there was anything we could do about it. So now 2nd and 10 coming. DeAngelis looking over the middle, gets it out to Andrew Hargrove, and Hargrove will pick up the first down there as we look to finish this first half strong. As we go with the read option on 2nd and 2. Willie Lewis finding some space to work with. And that will also go for a first down as well. 1st and 10. Make it 2nd and 9. DeAngelis looking under pressure, but gets it out to Lonnie Covington, who makes a big play downfield. Red zone opportunity. We'll go ahead and try to punch this thing in. DeAngelis looking, but it gets intercepted. Wow, we didn't even see that guy. And now it's turning into some trouble here, as this could be a pick 6. The 20, the 10, and we run out of real estate. So how about a massive swing there by Craig Green when it looked like we were getting ready to go ahead and retake the lead. Instead, it's now going the exact opposite direction. Momentum is on their side. They're at home too. And we are now down by a couple of possessions, as TCU also manages to find a way to tack on a field goal. We actually did go 3 and out on our following possession, so this is a couple of possessions later here. So down by 13, not where we want to be, but we can definitely come back and win this game still. I'm certainly not going to freak out by any means. Is now 1st and 10. DeAngelis, he's looking to load things up and finds Drew Ryan in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners. The 3rd passing touchdown of the day for Antoine DeAngelis, as he throws an absolute missile down the opposite field sideline. That is some elite arm talent right there. But we will see TCU. They get another score on the board as we almost turn the football over once again. Is now 1st and 10. DeAngelis dropping back, looks over the middle, gets it out to Andrew Hargrove. And Hargrove picks up a huge first down. Took a shot. He got lit up like a Christmas tree. But he is still kicking and he is still moving. And he's still going to be fighting for every opportunity. 1st and 10. DeAngelis. Actually, no, it's a halfback draw here. We got them bamboozled a little bit. And we'll pick up a first down there. Okay. Maybe we're starting to pick up our offense up a little bit here as we get into the final quarter of action. 3rd and long, though. So we got some work to do. DeAngelis going under the gun. He faces some serious pressure, but he does get the pass off. Now a chance to cut this down to 1 score, and we will do that with Willie Lewis. And Lewis is going to strut his stuff into the end zone. We will also get the extra point, so that does cut it to 1 possession. However, TCU, while only managing to get a field goal, that's huge though, because we're talking about a 2-possession game all of a sudden. So now we really have to come out here and go ahead and get ourselves some points on the board. DeAngelis hands it off to Willie Lewis. He finds some space, plenty of room created by the offensive line. It's not a huge run by any means, but does pick up a first down. We'll see if we can do that again, this time through the air. Small 3rd down conversion needed. DeAngelis looking for somebody to get open downfield. Wants some more yards, but then just going to decide to run with it. Could have ran with it a lot sooner, but I also wanted to go about really seeing, I really wanted to try to get some more yards downfield, because just in case TCU decides to run some more clock, we do need the score regardless, as we are getting the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds of this game, and we're in desperate need of a score. DeAngelis, 4th and 10. We need the first down. Gonna throw it downfield to Drew Ryan, but he drops it. It was dropped upon contact. He had his hands on the football, but can't secure it though. And just like that, we are actually going to go ahead and take our very first loss of the season. Wow, that is a tough one, as we are no longer undefeated. Alright boys, so it was a competitive game, but we ultimately cannot do enough on the offensive side of the ball to remain undefeated, and our defense couldn't bail us out either. So, a little bit of both here, leading to our first loss of the year. And if it was in this game, I'm sure they would definitely be rushing the field after upsetting the #1 team in America. But we took relatively good care of the football. Antoine DeAngelis only threw 1 interception today. He had 295 yards and 3 touchdowns, so it's still a good performance for DeAngelis. We just couldn't get enough points on the board. That's really what it barrels down to. Louis Lewis does end up getting his first 100-yard rushing game of the season. He had 102 yards rushing, 15 carries, did end up scoring, but no 100-yard receivers this time around. Usually we have at least one, but that didn't happen this time around. Drew Ryan was really close, 9 catches, 93 yards, and a score. Greg Coleman also found the end zone. He was 4 for 45. And then Louis Lewis's only touch in the passing game today did end up going for 14 yards, but we just couldn't score enough points. We'll see how far this takes us down in the polls, but hopefully we still remain in that top 8, even though we'll no longer be the #1 team in America thanks to this loss. But while that loss does knock us down a bit in the not being the #1 team in the nation, we are still well within that college football playoff hunt. We are just now down at number 6 instead of that #1 spot. So while that loss against TCU, it won't kill us necessarily, we do got to make sure we take care of business the rest of the season, because I don't want to take any more chances, right? So next episode, we'll look to get ourselves back on track. We're going to play up against Texas A&M. They have a really crappy record, but they're a really good team on paper, so we can't take that for granted necessarily. And then we're also going to go up against Houston on the road. We'll do a little bit of a doubleheader action once again. 2 more episodes probably in the regular season before we start postseason action. Should be an exciting episode nonetheless, so I hope you guys are excited for it. And if you enjoyed today's video, man, do me a huge favor, you guys, smack that like button, and then also hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new. This is John J Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.